Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video of Just Another Guy on the Internet. As a token of my appreciation of your guys' continued support to this channel, I kind of want to make I don't know what's called, kind of a thank you video, really. Originally this was supposed to be a live stream, but I had some issues with that, so this is just going to be a standard video. Maybe in the future, when I'm done with this project, I might stream, but for right now, this is the best I can do. And yeah, so anyways, this is going to be kind of a little tour of my Mount Massive Asylum Minecraft build. This is actually an old version. As I've said in a previous video that I kind of have to redo it because of the scaling and stuff. So once I actually finish my new Mount Massive Asylum map, which is taking forever, I can finally kind of continue that. So yeah, like I said, this is the old version, and it actually doesn't look that bad. I do like some of the textures and stuff, so you know, what you see in this video, it may or may not be the final product. So, especially some of the scaling, of course. So, yeah. And so currently we're standing in the entrance of the vocational block. So, you actually never do go here. Yeah. So on each side of the entrance are are offices. The vocational block actually has 4 offices, 3 on the main floor and 1 on the second floor. So, and these areas are really hard. Like these 2 offices down here in the entrance are hard to kind of figure out because if you step in any of them, you'll just fall through a void if you manage to no clip in here, which you can. So yeah, this is actually where Luskin appears when you're out in the drying ground. And yeah, so you have 2 doors. You can either go down either one. They both pretty much lead to the same spot, kind of. So yeah, here's just another way into the offices. And then these rooms, well, I'm not really sure what they are. One of the things I've been trying to figure out is the purpose of each room. And this, to me, well, it has bookcases and it has these little tables. So it's probably like some type of study area. You know, if you want to like read on how to sew or use wood to make stuff, which is what the vocational block's purpose is. So yeah. And you see, I have a lot of detail. I've tried to include as much detail as I can at this scale. So, you got ventilation, ventilation shafts, radiators, all the furniture. Another thing is the furniture is really hard to figure out because, the asylum is in such a bad state. Everything's knocked over and pushed around, so it's definitely a challenge to figure out some of the furniture placements. I definitely did try my best, but keep in mind, even in the final product, it may or may not be 100% accurate. So, yeah. Alright, you got windows looking out into the courtyard. And this is definitely a kind of famous area. This is where you have to get the key to access the male ward and whistleblower. So you come out of the courtyard, you make your way over here. So yeah, at least the male ward. Yeah, so this is the main staircase and elevator of the vocational block. You actually never do go into the staircase, which is interesting. You only use the elevator. So yeah, only 1 staircase and elevator in the vocational block. Where to go? Let's see. Oh, okay, so let's go over here. So you have the storage room where you can sometimes find a battery. You have this hallway, which the only purpose of it is to, you don't have to go through the gymnasium if you want to go over there. Here's the kitchen. Yeah, this was a work in progress. And here's the gymnasium. This is my favorite room. It turned out very well, even for the first version. It's definitely got that 1950s/60s kind of gym look to it, which is, the asylum was built. So yeah, you got the basketball hoops even, and you got the windows that overlook it from the second floor. So yeah, really like the gymnasium. It turned out really well. And right next to it is the locker room. So yeah, a lot of detail. You got, the pipes and everything. I tried to include as much as I can. And I think I really pulled it off. So the final version, guys, it's gonna look really good. So yeah, and this is the Saturday mirrors. So yeah, locker room with some urinals. Here's the library. The reason it's so dark is because I didn't add any lights in here because there aren't actually any lights that Red Barrel's put in this room. Like some of the side rooms, like you might think that the asylum is very detailed. That is true, but in some cases, the side areas aren't that much detailed. And it doesn't even have to be the side areas. Like this area you have to go through in order to progress the story. And they never added any lights in here, which is really weird. Here's the classroom. So, just a classroom. Here's the other office that I talked about, and yes, this room actually is an office, or once was. This is where you get the actual key. So this room is pretty empty because furniture placement is a pain. Down here, yeah, you have another room. It's a little bit different than the one right across. This one has less bookshelves that I'm aware of, but it has more tables. So, oh, and there you can see the secret building right there through the windows. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the main floor. Let's go upstairs. So this is the second floor of the vocational block. It's actually on the same level as the third floor for the other areas. So the male ward's third floor is up here because the rear of the asylum is kind of raised on a hill, kind of. So yeah, another hallway that leads to the male ward, and then eventually, if you keep going, you'll reach the admin block. Someone asked that in one of my videos. Someone asked, why does it say the admin block? Well, because if you keep going this way, you'll eventually reach the admin block. It really should say to admin block, like keep going this way and you'll reach the admin block. So the vocational block and admin block are not connected. Yeah, so storage rooms, workshop areas. So back here in this back section is actually for wood making, including this room. I think we all know what this room is. And yeah, so this is where you come out after having your ankle broken. So you go through this room. Now this room is kind of like a performing arts kind of room. It's got a stage and kind of like tables sat around. So this furniture placement is correct for the most part. And here's the final office. This is the only office that's on the second floor. This is actually where you get captured by Gluskin. So yeah, and there's a lot of like, the vocational block has a lot of like doors going into each of the rooms. Like this room alone has 4 ways you can access it. Through this opening from the other room, 2 doors here, and 1 more here. So definitely a lot of ways to access these rooms. And it's because the rooms are so big. This room is, I would guess, kind of a room for painting. Because it's got art easels. So, interesting. And this room as well. So. And that looks like it for the second floor, pretty much. So we can go to the third floor. And the third floor is all sewing. That's all it is. So, yeah. And yeah, so all for sewing. There you can see the towers of the admin block. So yeah, sewing machines. This large space where you kind of get chased by Gluskin. This is an empty room. This is where you go so you can fall down the elevator shaft. And back here, more workshops. So yeah, this is kind of sewing, the sewing machines on the tables. And these are correct. Correct number of sewing machines, which is 9 in this room. And here's the pull down the staircase that leads to the attic where Dennis is. And also the number of light fixtures is also correct. So everything that you see is pretty much like the exact number. So you can see that scaling is kind of weird. Like, you know, there's like 3 blocks between that and 2 blocks between there. So that's kind of the thing I'm trying to do for the final version, is to, you know, get the scaling correct and everything. And that applies to the whole asylum. Everything is kind of weird, so. But I'm still very proud with how this turned out for a first true attempt. So yeah, you have the, you know, the styled vocational block, which is all of the exterior walls are brick, like the, you know, the actual exterior. And then all the interior walls are like this white kind of paint. So yeah, this is the room where you have the, you know, the scene there with the mutilated bodies. Got pipes. Yeah, there actually is a pipe there. So yeah, everything is pretty accurate. The only thing I hate is the scale. So I keep saying that, just the scaling is off, but the actual textures don't look that bad. And yeah, so that's the vocational block. But you know, I was originally going to do a vocational block, but now it's actually, I guess I can show you guys a little bit some of the other areas, since you guys have been so good to me. So yeah, you know, Wayland comes out here and he's in this area after defeating Gluskin. That leads to the prison block, and this is the male ward. So yeah, looking out to the courtyard. Again, all the light fixtures are correct. I'm debating whether or not I should add extra light fixtures just so it doesn't look so dark, you know? So yeah, male ward. And you got the staircases and the actual wards. So let's just take a look at a ward. So this is an actual dormitory. Yeah, so the actual beds, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 beds. Now I'm not sure how accurate that number is. Eventually I might do a thing where I just like count all of the furniture scattered around the asylum and kind of try to come up to a number. Because there's no one room in any of the wards where the beds haven't been moved around. So using like all the different wards, I've kind of tried to come up with a number. So I would like in one, like let's say one dormitory like has like this whole area is like intact, and then this area is messed around with, and then like another dormitory like this area is like, you know, intact. So I kind of used that to piece together what it would be, if that makes any sense. And I came up with 15. So I'm not sure if that's really accurate. You know, that could change in the final version, but this is what I have for right now. So yeah, again, the textures might also be different, especially the floor. I'm not really a big fan of this floor now that I look at it. You got the cameras, of course. Okay. And yeah, so these are connected. Yeah, this is a little too wide. It's one of the things I mean with the scaling. So yeah, I got lights. I guess we could go to a Oh, never mind. I chose the one that's not even finished. Alright. So yeah, back here. Actually, you do never go back here. Because the soldiers are here, so you never actually go through this area. You can access it if you no-clip. Yeah, so these corner dormitories are also kind of annoying, because none of them are intact. All of them are empty, pretty much, with only a few beds scattered around. And kind of the rule I came up with is that there's 7 of them, because 7 is kind of half of 15, and they're kind of half the size of the other dormitories. So, you also got these fireplaces as well. So, that's interesting. So you got pipes and everything. More unfinished. Yeah, so, I never did finish this before. I was like, let's redo this. Oh, yeah, and you also got more vents. Yeah. And you have the main staircase of the male ward. So, elevator running down. Yep, third floor is where Traeger wheels you through. So let's actually go to the admin block, since I'm kind of in the mood to do that. So Waylon keeps going here, and he eventually reaches the admin block. Style here, could probably change. I do think the ceiling looks nice. So yeah, here's a look at one of the rooms of the admin block. This blue is pretty spot on, although it's a little bit darker, kind of. So, but this blue is the most accurate that I have. Also, this floor looks pretty good as well, I must say. And this room is where Miles comes through. It's actually carpet, which is interesting. And that looks out to the front of the asylum. So, yeah, there's the admin block for you. This is also going to change a bit with the scaling. The hallways are too long. Alright, I guess we could also check out the prison block, and we'll call it a day. So these are the hallways that lead to the prison block. It's got 2 of them. And yeah, I used stone for the oh, you weren't supposed to see that. I used stone for the flooring, but that could change. The actual wall textures look pretty good. This is I used sandstone. So yeah, I actually did add a lot of details. Again, like I said, I think this is a trash bin. Yeah, this area is pretty cramped. Scaling is a little weird here, but I think it's going to remain the same because there's not much I could do. Unless I make that a 4 wide. Because I actually noticed that the hallways in the prison block are actually a little bit more narrow than the ones in the wards. So, every time I work on the map and, the actual thing, I still keep finding out new stuff about the asylum, so, yeah. Okay, so here's the security room. Well, one of them. This is the one where Chris Walker breaks the glass. Another thing is you notice that I did not add the decontamination chambers. How I'm building the asylum is I kind of make it like the original. Well, I'm basically making the asylum as it looked right before the incident. So everything, as you've noticed, all the furniture is, not knocked over and stuff. There's no blood. A lot of Minecraft asylums that I've seen, Mount Massive Asylums, they always have it, what it looks like, during the incident. But I kind of want to try something different, have it, not all messed up, so. And, I don't know if I'm still going to add the decontamination chambers. So, yeah, showers, and some of these areas back here, yeah, holding cells. Actually, hang on. Let's go down. This area's... Wow, it is really dark down here. Again, no lights in some of these back spaces. C block. A block. Let's go to the entrance. Yeah, this is the main entrance of the prison. So, yeah. I even have the exit signs. These are the loudspeakers, so, the intercom, usually. More cameras. Yeah, prison block has a lot of cameras. More holding cells. More hallways. More security rooms. And these, I even took the time to put in fire extinguishers. So I used redstone for that. The redstone torches. That's what that's supposed to be. I don't know if that's gonna change, because I didn't know how else to do a fire extinguisher without having some type of custom, you know, um, custom, items. So yeah, we're outside now. I think this is gonna be the end of the video, so yeah, guys, again, thank you very much for the continued support. I very much appreciate it, so have this video as, a thank you gift. So, especially for helping me reach 200 and 300 subscribers. And I hope to see more progress in the future. So, I'll see you guys in the next video.